In this video, I'm going to share our plan to scale our info and coaching business to over $100 million a year. I'm going to show you exactly what we did to get to 100K a month, $1 million a month, $3 million a month, where we're currently at and what we are doing to scale. Last year, we did over 30 million in cash collected, and this entire channel is just me sharing what we tried, what did work, what did not work, and what we are actively running, all with the goal of attracting a top talent, network, and opportunities. All right, so subscribe below, follow me on Instagram, and let's get into it. So first things first, we got to 100K through low ticket, which is kind of crazy because nowadays in this environment, marketing environment, low ticket is more mass. And I think even then it was because it didn't really work for us, but we had just cusped like 100 to 120K a month, basically break even doing low ticket. So this is all for fitness. So we were selling a low ticket, $27 a month, recurring access to like a fitness app. So meals, workouts, all of that kind of stuff. And then also at the same time, we were building out an info product that I believe at the time we were selling for like $497 that we were not actively running ads to, but we tried like the auto webinar and VSL, but this was the main. All right. So we had however many thousands of subscribers onto this, all paying $27 a month with a low ticket, low ticket funnel with an OTO for lifetime access for like $147. So at that time, we then moved over to let's do all call funnel. So we completely shut this down and moved everything into a VSL call funnel that we built out in like a weekend, at least V1, obviously, and started running at, I believe, $497 to $997 at the time over the phone, which is, again, kind of crazy at the time. But that is how we scaled to $1 million a month. So we were selling an info product, so login access, group coaching, and community. And at $997 to $1,497 price when we got up to $1 million. So we did that for many, many months on end. And that's how we hit our first $1 million month. And it was all through one singular funnel. All right. So as we continued to scale, we moved it over from instead using that exact same funnel we used for high ticket coaching instead. So this entire time we're optimizing the funnel, but we're technically still using one funnel. All right. So we scaled up to 3 million, and actually 3.8 was the peak month where we're now selling high ticket coaching on the back end. So instead of it selling info, which has great profit margin, but way less LTV, at least how we were doing it, because there was no ascension rate. They cannibalized each other because they were very similar. One was like a do-it-yourself, basically fully, or kind of a done with you with the group coaching, but super intensive video courses and access to information. So we just completely toggled over and decided to sell coaching specific. So now, and this is what we actively currently sell, it is an annual subscription coaching that is 7K plus, let's call it, so high ticket, and all done through that exact same funnel, right? Now, as we scaled, still running that same one, so the same pieces come down, but acquisition costs have just more and more gotten crazier. And they've just gotten much, much higher than where they initially were. And the big difference between these two is the fulfillment cost. So like if you're looking at it as the whole company, the info has very, very little cost to fulfill, right? You're just sending them login access and then whatever it costs to run the community and the group coaching, which is so nominal in comparison to having one-to-one coaching. So Hormozy has a good video where he talks about this, but he says basically under 20% is what your service should cost. Or the delivery of the service should cost. So if you're charging $100 a month, it should cost you under $20 to perform said service. So our model does fit in alignment with that. But when you do info, it's like 1% or like sub percent. So as we scaled, there was now increased fulfillment costs, growing team, a lot of pain points. All at the same time, the acquisition cost per unit was also growing. So what we're currently doing, and this number is scaled down, we're like 1.5 to 2. Which is not good for us because we have such a high overhead. So we can call this like more or less break even. But this channel is all about just like no bullshit. I don't care. I'm just willing to share whatever. So we are scaled down right now in terms of everything, in terms of sales team, in terms of overall cash collected, just everything, as we are rebuilding the acquisition side of the company, as that's the most important for us, right? So sales and marketing business on the forefront. So for us, we are still running this one, and we just had a badass CMO join the team that is going to completely revamp this, and he just now launched low ticket. So for us, initially the low ticket is based on ascension focused, not on front end ROAS. So we're not trying to optimize for AOV with order bumps and OTOs and all that kind of stuff. Our goal is to get them on the phone in order to fill the back end of the funnel, which up until now has been our entire company. We're basically taking our entire company and moving it to the back and putting low ticket in front through Ascension, so we can liquidate some and the math, the unit economics back out to a better way. All right. So not to say we're not going to change that and that there won't be order bumps. We won't try and offset as we scale to hundreds of units a day, but just testing. And right now we're already selling 30, 50, whatever units a day. And we just now implemented setters, OTO as a call, all that kind of stuff. All right. So that's where we're currently at. And like, this is not a great position for us, just to be completely blunt. Oops. So how do I go further? There we go. So into the future, what the true goal is and how to get this thing to over 100 million and what we're currently doing. And this is March of 2025 that we're planning this out. Multiple low ticket info. So I'm a super fan of focus and optimization. So like, I don't even want to move on to any of this until these are nailed or like either 100% running or completely off. Like, I don't like being half baked on 20% in this and 40% in this. Like, over time, yes, but all of them running at capacity, because we don't even know where we could optimize and get 30% more on this layer or this. And I look at everything like a funnel. So for the low ticket version of this, it's going to be your cost per click, your front end, meaning like, because a lot of the time they're two-step. So what's the front end conversion metric? So how can you split that page? Then to the order form, how do you get a higher completion rate on the order form? So you have emails on the back end, you have setters, you have all that. Once they purchase, they go to a booking page. Let's say 30% of those book. How do we get that to 50%? So same thing, setters in there, email automation, AI, what we do, raise that. Now they book with a setter. How many show up for that? How many cancel? How many turn into sets? Let's call it 30%. How do we increase that layer? And then the same thing, now they're on a closer calendar. How do we make sure the shows for the closer calendar, the close rate for the closer calendar? Also, the math can back out to call it $1,000 CPA versus a $2,500 CPA, right? So all of that math is what I like to focus on the optimizations of this. And I think at scale is why it's like super important to focus on unit economics and really just like the math. So once we nail one of these, the real goal and the way to truly do this, as we've been hearing in the market, and we know multiple people who do this in the market today that do over 10 million a month. That's why this is a playbook. It's already been run. This is nothing new, no reinventing the wheel, is to then have multiple low ticket info direct. So these kind of are like a package deal, but essentially right now we run one VSL funnel and we are testing one low ticket funnel, and they're directly not like super aligned. Okay. Like, kind of, but not super. So what we would do is, let's say in this fitness example, we would have menopause focused VSL. So all of your ads and all of your landers, your VSL, all of that would be menopause focused and how you're solving for something that's a menopause focused problem, unique mechanism, and then pushing them to apply and phone call. In the same way, you would also have a menopause low ticket, like menopause masterclass that has XYZ free gifts. It's solving for this, and it's specifically focused to that. So having those two pairings would then allow for us to have a setter team that's specific to menopause. So they buy the low ticket that's menopause. They do whatever order bumps that's menopause. The call is a menopause implementation call that's with a setter, with a dedicated setter pod that's all around menopause. All right, see where I'm going with this? And then goes to the same backend team that we're back and forth on this. And again, we don't have to even worry about this right now, but likely one centralized sales team that closes for all of those. So everything is in its own line here, and then you have multiple of those, and it comes together when people apply and or just get booked through a set with a closer. And then the closers are all selling the same product because they all do solve the same thing, and the service delivery will be consistent as one, at least in current format plan for the high ticket coaching, but they will all roll right here, all to a core backend coaching offer, and all roads lead to Rome. So all these different lanes of different traffic, different like pain points and offers, all will come in, and then they'll all liquidate out into one. All right. Now, that's the front end, as you could call it, of the business. And just that alone, like, we know people in that model right now who do whatever, 5-6 million a month just on the front end, the low ticket, like acquisition, and then do another 5 or 6 million on the back end. So that right there is over 100 million, just that model and that playbook. Now, what are other ways to do this and increase? Or in addition, graduated back-end coaching offer. So right now we have nothing ironed out for this. We currently have it's basically $1,000 off what you'd pay up front to continue. And then we do twice a year. We do a like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then like a Christmas in July style thing where it's $5,000 for a renewal. And we'll do like $1.5, $2 million just off that for current customers to renew. that's not really a fantastic just like downsell opportunity. Like it works and it's a nice promo, but we need something that's evergreen. So we're building a retention team. We're coming up with a new offer. So what's important for somebody to stay? Is it the coaching side, like the personalization? Is it the accountability? Is it the community? And what's the pricing? And then how can we align that with the cost of the coach? Because if they're only doing this amount of work, then they only get paid this amount, and then we only charge this amount. Like making sure that trio is always working. That's a big one. And then just other things that we can sell. And then so other LTV boosts, supplements, we've done partnerships and tried to do this, but we've never taken it fully like serious. Last time we paid this crazy amount for test kits, and then they would recommend supplements, and we paid like, I don't even know how many millions of dollars, and got back like $100,000. Like it just, the partnership was not in alignment. And the user experience was not that elevated that it made sense for the cost, right? Swag, we do have a swag thing, but like, again, right now we don't sell low ticket. Like very, very little. This is more or less us right now. So we're just selling high ticket coaching. So that's 300, 400, 500 units a month, which is like not a needle mover when you do swag and supplements. Like it can be, I guess, if you like really do a continuity play with subs and stuff like that. But for us, it's like, let's have thousands of customers first a month. And like, if we do low ticket right, we'll have 200, 500, 1,000 new units a day. And then these supplement things and these smaller recurring amounts can add up to large numbers. But for us, it just hadn't made sense yet. Swag, we do have a store that has this, but same thing. It's like, it's such little thing. And because we want quality and not this crazy cost, we basically just break even on it. It's just like a brand play. And then software, this is like the big question mark, and everyone talks about it, and it's distracting, and it's all these things. So I'm going to leave it in this may be distracting, shiny object bucket. But if this thing turns into a machine, if and when this turns into a machine and scales to these numbers, there may be enough time and allocation where myself and others on the team can dedicate that to building out software that's specific to the space. So there are AI plays already that I know of that would work for our specific market. And essentially we could be the first client, as I know of tools that we use that would be a lot better if we could customize XYZ, and we already have the marketing chops to be able to do it. So this is like the fairy tale question out there, Fugazi thing, but all of these are like direct, and we know the playbook is there. I mean, playbook's even there for software. It's just like a completely different play that I'm not interested in being distracted by until we hit these numbers and we're doing 10 million a month. So this is our current goal. This is our plan. I want to just have this channel to be able to update on what we're doing in this. And just to tell you, so like right now we're doing this. Current stats are looking good. We're 60% liquidating on the front end on testing right now with no AOV boost other than just like literally the one core product cost. OTO is booking out, call it 50%. We don't have stats on how many setters turn into sets, but it was like 30 to 40% of those set calls, or I'm sorry, of those direct bookings with setters turned into closer calls. And then now we just have to see how many of those back out. We did have our first one that already came through like 2 days in of set to close of like the first, 8 or 9 calls. So good things to come. But yeah, this is a very, very direct response, heavy focused business, when in the past it was kind of that, but all on one funnel, which was just silly. And we know that. And like in hindsight, we would have done a lot of this earlier, but we're here now and we can't. So got up to $3 million a month, did $30 million a year in cash collected, scaled down because of acquisition, and we didn't want to just dig into like this red hole. And doing around $1.5 million, $2 million right now, just like getting our bearings and rebuilding all of this stuff in terms of acquisition, while the rest of the company still operates as is. So all the coaching, all the backend, all fulfillment in-house, all of that's operating, and we basically make no money at those numbers. And now it's how do we scale this thing back up to then go 3, 5, 10, right? So that's the update. Like I said, hit me up on Instagram for questions, comments, anything like that. And then subscribe on YouTube and ask any comments in the thread below. I'm just going to share as we go. So talk soon.